Stand with Willoway. It's Monday, May 13th, and we're here at Long Road, our pot and pot growing facility. As you can see behind me, we're kind of up above our nursery a little bit on one of our pond banks, and we've got a lot of trees out here, and we kind of want to talk about trees today. And it's a good time to plant, as we've kind of come up with getting all the stuff ready for Mother's Day and all the blooms and the flowers. You want to kind of look back at some of the trees and getting shade out in the yard and a lot of the good selections we have out there. So we not only have everything from like Japanese maples to heptacodium, but we've got hornbeams, oaks, maples, willows, the whole gamut, birch. So we have a little bit of everything. So a lot of great selections in there if you need something columnar, you need something broad spreading, fast growing, slow growing. So take a look out there. The other thing we're going to talk a little bit about is growing degree days. We're at 446 growing degree days today here at Avon. One of the things that we're going to see this week because of the weather forecast, we're expect to get to 81 today. So we're going to see degree days grow real quickly. We just came off of 440, which is spongy moth, or what used to be formerly gypsy moth. So those sprays should be done. We want to get completion. That's for regulatory purposes in the nursery setting, but you want to watch for that and the emergence of those. We're moving up though at about 497, 500 degree days. Oyster shell scale becomes an issue. They see the first egg hatch. So kind of be on the lookout for that maybe towards the end of the week here. Scale is going to become a big thing. It's kind of shifted along here as we went, but you're going to see more and more start to come into play here. So Woodgelia is at first bloom right now in a normal landscape setting, and at about 500 degree days, Cotinus or smoke bush blooms. So we're moving up on those kind of things as indicator plants. I stayed at Willoway. We're over our Long Road facility. I'm here with tree hydrangea production, limelights in particular. This is a crop that we have several houses of these we do. And it's kind of a unique process of growing it first year, and then we stump it here in the early spring, and then we run them back up real fast. So we run heat to this. There's actually still getting some heat, but we keep the temperatures very warm in here to elongate the growth. But we have a real unique program. What I wanted to circle back on this is we do a strong biological program here. With the higher temperatures, we run a problem with two-spotted spider mite becoming a big issue. So we start early on with Andersonii. It's a biological mite that we release. They feed on the mites. And then we move to more Californicus when the weather gets warmer. The Andersonii have a lower temperature threshold and do better with a little bit colder temperatures. So we use those early on, where Californicus takes warmer temperatures and does a little better. We're also trying to control, and the Californis helps us with broad mite, which is a problem that we've seen in here from time to time. It kind of almost like the leaves turn like they look like they have some kind of damage. They twist and kind of curl and look kind of funny or strange. And we really scout heavily through this. Aphids have been a periodic problem in here. We don't see a lot of that. When we see it, we can release lacewing. They come in little cards with the eggs on it. They hatch out, and they're very, very aggressive with the aphids. But we do spot spraying in here to help as well if we get a real hot spot with a biological sensitive insecticide. So there are some selections out there that you can spray and not hamper the biological control. So we don't go in here and blanket spray anymore. And as you can see, we have a real uniform crop, but the growers over here scout through this religiously to make sure that we get on top of any issues that we have, because really it's all about just elongating this growth. If you can believe this, we cut these things down in March and they're already up to this size. We're getting close to starting to build a head in it. By the fall, we'll have a nice tree hydrangea ready for sales next year. Hi, Thad again. We're here at Long Road looking at some of our plants. Amelanker Autumn Brilliance, 10 gallon. One of the plants I really love about serviceberry is the multi-season color. We just got done with flowering. You can see they've got fruit set on them now. Fruit's delicious. If you've never had Amelanchier or serviceberry, it's really a flavorful berry, very tasty, about the size of a blueberry, a little bigger. You will have to fight with the birds to get the berries if you don't net it or do something like that. And the other part that comes on that's really what I think it's most known for is its fall color. Spectacular fall color. Get this thing established, you get reds, oranges, yellows, but that fiery orange really shows up with this, going to a red. Real easy plant to grow, can take partial sun to full sun. More sun you get, the more it gets. Also can be trained into tree form or multi-stem like this is here. So very adaptable plant, very easy to grow once established. Not a lot of pruning, not a lot of maintenance required with this plant as well. So pretty easy out in the landscape.